average attractiveness, has to swipe right 200 times to get one coffee, and then 4 of those 5 coffees will ghost him.
I found that entire podcast absolutely fascinating. So I'm going to give you highlights on what they actually talked about that I found very interesting. So to keep it all organized, I broke it up into several different sections. Section 1 is early life. Section 2 was dating. Section 3 was male development. Smaller section here was woman development. And finally, politics. Not going to spend much time on this. Downfall of male role models. More deadbeat dads than single mothers. An absent father has a massive impact on the son, less so on the daughter. Magic with kids happen in the mundane, normal moments, not large gestures. As a parent, any parent will tell you this. It's not those huge moments when you take them to Disney that are just absolutely life-changing for the kid. It truly is the small moments. Those small moments will shape your kid. And if a father is not available or present, then they cannot participate in those small moments and shape their son. I'm a father of a son and I have 3 daughters. I can definitely testify to this. Who's educating kids? Mostly female. More priority on the female learning experience than on a boy's learning experience. Think rough and tumble versus sit and stay still. Studies on all male schools show twice the level of recess than in female schools. If you have a son, you will definitely notice a difference between your son and your daughter on how much they just want to rough and tumble and play and jump and just burn out that energy. They also talk about how many more females are in the educational space than men. That's a problem when you're looking at how do you develop education around boys. Something to consider. Women feel not enough good men to date. Men feel like their expectations are unattainable. More on that later. Boys are seemingly less resilient on negative aspects in life than girls. Think mental, not physical. Men are stronger, men are also weaker minded. That didn't ruffle your feathers enough? Buckle in because there's more on this dating stuff. Women are wanting the bar higher for emotional intelligence. Men are still looking to be the provider. If women are both working, men need to step up logistically. You hear this constantly on this app. There's a reason for that. 75% of women are more likely to date for economic viability. For men, it's 20%. Stay with me. Many women are chasing at the same guy, tall, dark, and handsome. This man has all the leverage. Women are shying away from shorter men, despite them being likely better partners for them. Potentially biological is what they're actually attracted to. That tall, dark, brooding guy is potentially biologically ingrained in you. They also said men above 6 feet tall that are making more than 6 figures is about 2.4%. So most women are all chasing after 2%, and you're dating the same guys over and over. Those guys have all the leverage. Another interesting part here was if a man has 80% of what you want, women will say that's not enough. Ask a man and they will say that's perfect. Where are men supposed to know how to show excellence? Is one of the conversations that they have. There's no area for it. It's all online. Most of it is online dating. And then when you approach a guy in the outside world, or you approach a female in the outside world, men feel like they can't because of the post-Me Too era. They'll talk about this later too. This is going to ruffle some feathers. Women are making more, and working men don't know how to give that emotional availability. Women want men more emotionally open, but shame them for that. Women saying they want emotional support but are not ready when they are vulnerable. Women are leaning more towards liberal in terms of their politics, but actually want more manly conservative men. She didn't say conservative, but they definitely both implied it. Both of them in a study said, I think it was like 42%, want kindness and compassion to be the first thing that they look for. Women need to be ready for a slow burn and go on a second date because sometimes that first date may not be the one that clicks. Men need to show their kindness and demonstrate it. Think opening doors, making sure that, they greet people, say hello, those kind of things. They're important for women. I also talked about something interesting that I thought, men's groups. I talked about this before. Once a month, her husband and several friends get together and they basically just have like a men's group session. Each one of them brings 2 topics that they want to talk about. They all share what 2 topics they want to talk about, and whichever one is the most important is the one that they lean into and really dive into. The average man doesn't have this anymore. They used to, when you used to go hunting and you're side by side with someone, think of a primal instinct to just open up with the guy that's next to you. You hear this very often in the military as well. Skills online are not the same as real life. Porn is crushing the ability for men to connect. Duh. Those interactions with people are what shape you. Going out into the real world, accepting rejection are what shape you. That paradox is a bit of a paradox, and we'll go more into that in a second. The male development one, they spend a lot of time on, so I'm going to try to be brief on this. Adjust your mindset around time. You have to be better at time management. This is for the men. Get fit, be dangerous. It just makes you feel better when you're fit, when you're walking around. Can you look at yourself and be like, wow, I feel good because I'm walking around and I just do better. Out into the community and build groups of like-minded people around you, church, baseball, whatever. Also go up to people and build up the resilient mindset of no. You will get no very often. You often hear this from guys that are very confident talking to women, that they just play the numbers game because they've already accepted that 1 out of every 100 is probably going to say yes. So they just shoot their shot. Men are afraid to approach because the post-Me Too era made it this way. She talks about this. Men approach, they are called creepy. They don't, then they are called soft or incel. They may go viral for the wrong reasons. So like you approach somebody in the gym and all of a sudden she's doing something on camera and all of a sudden you're on a Joey Swole video and you're like, what the hell just happened? I was just trying to talk to this lady. Entertainment is a problem on TikTok. I've seen this and I am not in the dating scene, but I found this very, very, very true. You don't need to be perfect. However, be mindful of the small moments. Pay attention to those long conversations, the work drama, the tea. Text the woman back and engage on how was X thing at work. I've talked about this on my page already. They want to be seen. Watch them. Plan a thoughtful date. They want all those things. You don't have to be perfect. But I know that is a contradiction on the whole 80% of what a man has. I know, I get it. I feel for some of you guys. For women, do you embody the traits you're looking for in a man? If not, then why? Don't think physical traits. Think of all the emotional pieces that you're looking for. Do you embody them? And is that something that you need to ask yourself to get better at? Since this was mainly a podcast about male development, they talked about the woman development a little bit as well, and this is what I categorize it as. Women believe that men are intimidated by their success. So she has a very high paying people that go to her for dating advice. More of these women are turning to just having kids of their own or polygamy, polyamory, not polygamy, polyamory. Why do I struggle with that? Feminism perhaps has lied to many women. You can have it all, but not all at the same time. Women having money is a good thing, economic mobility, etc. That doesn't negate that males' value is having money in our society. This includes being able to step back and let women make more money and men potentially staying home. Okay, final section. If I haven't ruffled your feathers at this point, then this one's going to piss you off, but this is what they said. On the left, the idea of being a man is basically a woman. I'm going to leave that one there. The role models aren't Elon or the Tates of the world with multiple children from multiple women with no father involved in the day-to-day. That's an important piece there too. No such thing as toxic masculinity. Masculinity is protecting the vulnerable. I'm a big believer of that personally. Is there a need for a national service for men in other countries? Found that interesting as well. Ultimately, what do you think about this entire list? I'd love to hear it. If you've heard the podcast, please feel free to comment. Those were my takeaways from that. Hope you enjoyed the video.